Atlanta, Georgia, a red automobile pulls up across the street from the bank. Inside are three thieves, Buddy, Darling, and Griff, as well as their getaway driver, Baby. The robbers enter the bank while Baby listens to the song Bell Bottoms. The robbers quickly return to the car. Baby drives away, music booming in his ears. The officers pursue the automobile throughout the city, but Baby is able to drive through obstacles to evade police. He drives down the highway, where two more red automobiles are passing. Once they've gone beneath the bridge, Baby is able to mislead the cops and escape, driving the car to a parking garage where he and the takes steal another car and escape. Later, Baby goes to get coffee for himself and the criminals. They're meeting with Doc, their employer. Griff asks why Baby is always listening to music. Doc claims it's due to a childhood accident that caused him to develop tinnitus, therefore he uses music to drown out the humming. Baby never flinches when Griff attempts to scare him. The crooks part ways, and Buddy warns Baby not to answer Doc if he calls him again. Doc urges Baby to ignore it. The Baby lives with Joseph, a paraplegic deaf guy. He hides his money inside a floorboard. As he and Joseph converse in sign language, Joseph realizes Baby is up to no good. Baby spends his free time making music CDs from recordings of his encounters with Doc. He has one unique tape called Mom. Baby goes to Bo's restaurant. He notices Deborah, a beautiful young waitress, singing a song. She comes over to take his order and notices Baby's recorder. The two talk, and Baby wonders what song Deborah is singing. He subsequently discovers the song and listens to it at home, leading to Joseph to believe that Baby has met a girl. Doc brings Baby in for his next job. He introduces Baby to the new crew, Eddie No Nose, JD, and Bats. Their goal is an armored truck. Baby listens to music while Doc explains his plan. Bats is the first to mistrust Baby's talents, but Baby can repeat Doc's plan word for word. For Baby and Doc, this is the final work that Baby must complete to settle a debt between him and Doc. The crew assembles beside the armored truck. JD already messes things up by obtaining the wrong masks. Doc wanted Michael Myers masks from the Halloween films, but he got Austin Powers' Mike Myers masks instead. Baby waits in the car with his music as the three rob the truck. Bats kills the guard, and the three robbers rush back to their car. Baby attempts to escape but collides with the Marine's truck. The Marine shoots at the crooks, causing Baby to drive against a wall to escape. The Marine chases them along the highway, trapping them under a truck. Bats has a clear shot at the Marine, but Baby pulls away to dodge it. The criminals then ditch their vehicle and steal one from a mother with a baby. JD drops his shotgun amid the pandemonium. When Baby crashes his truck, he leaves the roadway and loses the Marine. The gang makes it to the parking garage and divides into various automobiles. Bats confronts Baby about whether he purposely made him miss the shot. Baby says no, but Bats realizes he's lying. He points a rifle at Baby's face and threatens him for catching feelings. Baby travels to Doc's hideout to collect his share of the job's earnings. Bats and Eddie are the only ones present. Doc then orders Baby to dispose of the automobile containing JD's body. Baby takes a car to the junkyard and flashbacks his childhood. He was quite close to his mother, a musician. His father beat her, and they had a deadly vehicle accident while arguing. Baby returns to Bo's diner to continue meeting Deborah. They talk about songs with their names, notably how there are songs called Deborah and Deborah, but there are many songs about Baby. Baby starts a new career as a pizza delivery driver. He can start seeing Deborah socially. Doc, on the other hand, approaches Baby and informs him that he is still required to drive. Doc threatens Baby with hurting Deborah. Baby reluctantly agreed. He later takes Deborah home and they make their first kiss. Doc brings Baby to the post office, where he intends to plan the next heist. He makes Baby go in with his nephew Sam to offer a cover so that Baby does not appear strange being there alone. Sam analyzes the location in order to provide Baby with information to deliver to Doc. They talk to a nice teller before returning to Doc's car so Baby may provide information for Doc to organize the theft. Baby calls Deborah, saying that he intends to travel far away and never look back. She agrees. Baby then sees a black and white vision of Deborah standing behind a car, waiting for him to join her. Despite not utilizing the same crew for more than one theft, Doc assembles Buddy, Darling, and Bats as his gang, with Baby continuing to be the getaway driver. Doc orders the gang to get firearms from the butcher, a weapons dealer. On the way to see the butcher, Baby stops at a convenience store to allow Bats to run inside. In the backseat, Buddy and Darling get kinky. Darling reveals that Bats stared at her strangely, which annoys Buddy, who asks if she wants him to kill Bats, but Darling declines before the theft. Bats then returns with an entire box of stolen gum. The team gathers at a warehouse to confront the Butcher and his thugs. The Butcher shows the crew his extensive collection of firearms, rifles, and even hand grenades. Bats spots the letters APD on the side of one of the weapons cases, which leads him to believe the Butcher and his crew are policemen. Bats shoots the Butcher, which leads to a shootout. The crew kills most of the Butcher's men, but Darling is shot in the arm. The robbers shoot one man who nearly manages to get away, and Bats throws a grenade into his car just for good measure. Buddy and Darling admonish Bats for beginning the shootout, but he explains that they are cops. On the way back to docks, Bats tells Baby to stop at Bo's diner. Baby refuses, fearing that they would harm Deborah, but Bats pushes him to go. Deborah observes them but realizes that Baby seemed concerned. She accepts their order without informing the others that she knows Baby, and the reverse is true. Buddy and Darling continue to blame Bats for what he done. As they prepare to leave, Bats asks Baby if he knows Deborah. He says no. Bats stands up and draws his gun, but Baby grabs his hand before he does anything dumb. After the group leaves, Baby gives Deborah the check, her gratuity, and a note that says, "Road trip 2 a.m." The crew returns to dock. He realizes something went wrong. Bats informs him that the Butcher and his associates were cops, but Doc already knew this because they were on his payroll. Bats lies and claims they shot first, which Buddy and Darling confirm. When Doc asks if the robbery should or should not take place, he turns to Baby, who reluctantly insists that the heist proceed as planned. Baby sneaks out at 2 a.m. to visit Deborah, but Buddy and Bats catch up with him. When they become suspicious, Bats takes out Baby's recorder and knocks him unconscious. Baby awakens at Doc's stable, as Bats and Buddy remove all of Baby's tapes from his apartment. Bats is riding Joseph's wheelchair, but he claims he didn't damage him. Doc queries Baby about the recordings, but when he plays the one he recorded shortly after the initial heist, he shows that they are simply music tapes. Meanwhile, Deborah is left to wait for Baby. The next morning, the group goes to the post office to start the robbery. Buddy is attempting to hold Darling hostage while Bats sneaks around the back. As Baby waits in the car, he notices the teller he met the day before. She smiles and waves at him, but Baby shakes the head as if warning her. The teller returns shortly later, along with a guard. He taps on Baby's window right when the robbers return. Bats killed the guard, and the cops are on their way. The robbers force Baby to drive despite his hesitation. Bats points his shotgun at Baby, but Baby accelerates and drives into a car with a steel bar extending out, effectively impaling Bats. Buddy, Darling, and Baby all run for it. The cops pursue Baby through the city, even as he attempts to change his appearance and steal several cars. He steals an elderly woman's car but then returns her purse. As the cops approach, Baby runs into Buddy and Darling again. The couple attempts to flee with Baby, but the cops have them cornered. Darling shoots at the cops, who return fire, killing her. Buddy grows upset and fires at the cops, while Baby escapes. Baby arrives to his apartment and discovers Joseph on the floor, but he is fine. He collects whatever money he can and takes Joseph to a nursing facility. Baby apologizes to Joseph for failing him when he promised he would not let anything happen to him. Baby flees as cops continue to seek for him. Baby rushes to Bo's for Deborah, only to discover Buddy seated at the counter with his pistol. He wants Baby to pay for killing Darling, and he threatens Deborah. A cop enters the diner, but he has to use the restroom. Deborah's coworker comes to ask about her well-being, and while Buddy is distracted, Baby shoots him in the chest and flees with her. They steal a car from two guys vaping and drive to docks. The cop then goes to check on Buddy, but Buddy shoots him dead. When Baby and Deborah meet Doc, he is about to cut his losses with Baby, but Baby begs for Doc's assistance and tries to give him the money from the crime. Doc relents and allows Baby to take the money so that he and Deborah can escape. They descend the elevator and encounter some of the Butcher's men wielding firearms. Doc is shot twice, but manages to kill all three men. Buddy then appears in a stolen police car. He runs Doc over twice as he chases Baby and Deborah. Baby shoots at Buddy before attempting to catch him with another automobile. Baby rams Buddy's car over the balcony, sending it falling several floors below. Buddy, on the other hand, escaped in time and shot around Baby's ears, deafening him. He rushes after Deborah, who has seized a crowbar and is attempting to get Buddy. Baby recovers himself and pulls his pistol, shooting Buddy in the leg and knocking him over onto the burning car, which then explodes. Deborah drives Baby far away in the morning while listening to a tape of Baby's mother singing. They soon notice that the police have set up a barrier, indicating that they have captured Baby. Deborah attempts to flee, but Baby decides to give up. Baby is on trial for his role in the heists. Deborah, Joseph, the post office cashier, and the lady whose car Baby stole all offer their testimony. All of them think of Baby as a wonderful kid who made some stupid decisions but never intended to hurt anyone. The judge condemns Baby to 25 years in jail, with the chance of parole in 5 years. During his stay in jail, Baby receives postcards from Deborah, who has discovered that his real name is Miles. The cards show locations they intend to visit once Baby is released. Then we see what appears to be Baby's earlier fantasy, with Deborah waiting for him. The picture changes from black and white to color, signifying that it is now 5 years later and Baby has been released. He kisses Deborah,